And we're beginning this week's session of rescue somewhere within Raxis. Maybe, but not. Last time, the heroes rucked up to an old abandoned manor. Ruined, dilapidated, and the manor itself was pretty rough too. Had a stairway leading down, somewhat blocked by rubble. They found a stash of junk that they've yet to rifle through. And they decided, let's hunker down here for a night. Malgern, luckily, had kept a sharp eye out, and then was swarmed by blue meanies and the Rat Pack. It was a great old musical fret, as they all enacted the act of stomp. He managed to wake the party. There. They struck down these little blue midgets. They killed the generally oversized rats. Even the dire Vorpal rat that ran out to support them. A great mighty leader of the Svarts was incinerated horribly. Others were pasted by beams or smashed by boot. The rain still falls. The blood still thick in the air, adrenaline ticking away. As we resume, you have just made yourself victorious against a group of short ones.
And a fuck off giant squirrel.
It was a rat.
That's what you think.
Hang on, roll nature.
Yeah.
But yes, we begin.
See, I told you it was a squirrel.
It's a rat.
It's a fucking rat.
Okay, fine.
I win!
Hang on, I forgot. The rolls aren't on. There we go. That's how bad they are at nature. That's how bad they all are at animals.
Bog standard.
Zarzul is always single digits.
Wait, what the fuck?
Boom, bitch! It was a fucking squirrel, and I have a -1 in that, so just point that out. Yeah.
It was a rat.
The guy who has lived in a mine his whole life.
That was definitely a squirrel. I would know a squirrel if I saw one.
So the scene is yours. You still have one more shift, I think, or was this the last? No, this was the last one.
No, I think we had one more because I was supposed to do it.
Ah, okay. But you all stand here in the rain among the corpses. Siegfried poking at the giant rat corpse that he was thinking of making some boots out of.
I would say we need to probably clean up a tiny bit.
As he just shuffles past the rat corpse and squeezes himself through the crack in the wall to get back to lie down. That'll be a new wisdom save. You just lost most of your blood supply to a giant rat. It's not a good dream, you know, immediately going in, but it's the kind of horrible dream you've gotten used to, desensitized to. You're being chased, your feet are slipping, you're falling, but you know what? Fuck it. At least it's not a painful death.
Yep.
At
We
least
have
if you-
consistency.
At least if you fall head first.
It's nicer than the dreams where you're being eaten.
Which is apparently also reality.
How about the rest of you all then?
Well, I'm heading back to bed. I guess it's whoever's next on watch who has to look after this mess. Good night.
Yeah, you would.
I guess it's my watch.
Good as Droop tries to wave at you, his wrist still wrecked by the power of turning hands.
So poor Droop, man.
As he just shuffles off, utterly defeated.
I just shake my hand. My head.
I did cast Cure Wounds on that, I think.
Yeah, but it still wrecks.
Yeah.
His hand still went round 360 degrees.
He's fine.
I stay up to help move blue minis and rat corpses out of here.
Yeah, it's easy enough. It only takes a
Thank
couple of
you.
minutes. They are
Well, we
incredibly
have to,
light.
Well, we kind of have to, or else it's gonna attract other things.
Yeah.
Just shove them next to the fireball while it's still active.
Yeah, it's a nice little funeral
Incinerate
pyre.
them.
How many rat
That
corpses
was
disappeared
Wait,
out
before we toss
Applewood's-
them all by the fire, which way is the wind blowing?
Roll me a d4. It is going north currently.
Okay, so right directly into the place we're sleeping.
Let's not put them in a funeral pyre.
Yeah, you just shuffle them out of the way. There's still the giant fuck-off rat. That one takes a bit of shifting.
Well, did we decide if giant fuck off rat was going to be skinned or not?
The guy who wanted it to make it boats kind of went to bed.
I mean, you get the
Well,
feeling maybe wait till morning.
All right, yeah, we'll just leave it there. Well, he's the one that's sleeping by it. If he wants it to smell before he makes his decision, by all means, I don't care.
You do realize that smell is going to seep right into the keep.
Probably,
So we're all
but I'll
gonna-
be out here.
You realize you'll still smell it there.
I'll help you move it.
Alright, we move the giant rat over to the rest of the corpses.
There we go.
Thank you.
There's a lot of shuffling and hauling. There's this horrible pink fleshy tail whipping around as you shift it. There's still some death tremors in the back legs. But yeah, easy enough. And now it's just Pufflesworth trying to get back in wall cover, really.
And now I'm gonna go head to sleep.
Well, I'm gonna spend my time working with Mr. Pufflesworth.
Alright, what are you aiming to do?
I'm trying to get the basic idea of when he's not allowed to touch something.
Ah. Alright, give me an animal handling check.
Oh dear. Hold on. Let me go back because apparently I accidentally bumped the go away key.
Rip.
Animal handling. Wonderful. Where's that? Yes.
He's getting some of the idea of at least he knows not to go for your fingers. The thumbs are still tempting, however.
Well, that works for me. He's a baby. He's gonna take some while.
But the beginnings of a lesson are starting to form. How well they stick? Who knows?
Well, I just have to stick with it for a while.
And despite being on watch, you spend it entirely focusing on your little pet.
Yes.
On this actual monster. But luckily, nothing seems to creep out and decide to try its luck. Morning begins, and, well, Castalia wakes up soaked. The rest of you are actually a little bit dry. The rain has ceased. The sun is up, but it's still not warm. There's a chill throughout the whole place.
Oof. Well, I suppose it's time to take some of the pelts that were purchased.
Mm-hmm.
The cart is here.
Yeah, if you just intend to leave?
Well, I was
I'm gonna
just
head over
going to
and
get a
put-
pelt because, like you said, it was chilly. And I do not abide being chilly.
You don't have to worry about moving your tokens around if you're just doing RP things. It's more for battle issues. Or if you're exploring. But yeah.
I'm going to butcher the rat and take its skin.
for still that lovely visual as the party look at the giant rat, that how its teeth are pretty much the size of Zarzul.
Maybe take the teeth as well. That would be. They might make good swords. Or arrowheads. At the point, vorpal rat arrowheads. This may work.
You think that the four main fangs might actually be a little tough, aerodynamically.
Still may be worth keeping hold of.
So what kind of things are you looking to pull off it?
Pelt and probably its teeth at this point, unless its claws are interesting as well.
They're just ratty claws. I mean, they're long. They're sort of frayed.
Yeah. No, pelt and teeth.
Alright, give me a survival. Anyone helping him? Who wants to roll up her sleeves and start butchering a giant fuck-off rat?
Oh, I will, I guess.
Alright, roll normal, because while she's trying to help, Pufflesworth is also trying to get his own way. He wants to eat that rat.
Alright.
Well, actually, let's see here. Give me a strength save.
No.
Oh no, you are completely busy trying to stop him from just diving headfirst into the corpse of a rat.
Yeah, never mind. You're on your own.
But you do pull him away, and off comes one of the forelegs. As he's just gnawing and crunching, bones snapping with ease.
Right then.
He's very
I'll help
happy.
with carving up the rat.
He's very pleased right now. Alright, Zarzul. Yep, advantage anyway, so 21. Actually, no. Yeah, it'd be a normal roll for you anyway, so yeah, 21. You managed to get, let's see here. Yeah, about 25 pounds of hide. Covers quite a lot of area. It's heavy and thick, but you know, still got that horrid rat fur on. I mean, rats are usually nice and fluffy things, but not this. This is a monster. As for the teeth, you managed to dislodge the two top ones easily enough. The bottom ones are a little bit cracked from the battle damage. And you're able to pop out about 4 of the normal sort of gnashing and sizers.
Excellent.
It now looks a little sad and pathetic as you set it down, and the teeth aren't there to balance it out.
Oh well. Pufflesworth can have a meal now. We don't need any of the rest of it.
Well, if that's the case, I let Pufflesworth go and say, have at it.
He halves at it. It's a moment when you remember, oh yeah, owlbear. That's what they are. As he not only bites and chews, but he also starts clawing just for the hell of it. His
Good
face is just
boy.
covered in red.
Good boy.
A lesson has been learned today.
That owlbears are cute.
Oh no, the lesson was learned by Pufflesworth.
Puffleworth remembers this.
Pufflesworth will remember this, yes.
How about the rest of you?
Oh, shouldn't we also check out that stuff that was downstairs?
The block door.
There was a rubble block door, and there was also their stash. Their pile of rubbish.
Let's look through the pile of rubbish and
I
then
say
the
we check
door.
the rubbish.
I'll start moving the stuff away from the door.
Alrighty, that'll be in athletics. I mean, you're gonna do it eventually, but it's how much time it takes, really. Droop assists by cheering.
And Zazzle also.
Well, you guys, this is while you guys are pulling apart the rat.
Okay.
If only there was a big, strong dwarf to help them out.
Yeah, I will help them. I'm tired though. I just fought off a freaking.
That was hours ago.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah, it's morning now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can help. Never mind.
Hello, sunshine.
Yeah.
You have all your hit points back.
I do.
As the two of you work together shifting these rocks, Malgurin, there is this swell of... he's got that belt on. It's magical and such, but he suits this, hefting rocks, dislodging, emptying out a tunnel. This seems right for the two of you as you look at his glorious 3-foot-long beard.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
When he walked out in the morning, it was only a patch of very elegant hair, just dripping past his chin. But as you two worked at stone, as you embraced your dwarven nature, yeah, it got longer in a hurry. And yeah, as you lift the last couple of rocks, you can both see that it looks like the wine cellar. They look very old, very decrepit. Parts of the ceiling have come in, and a lot of nature has spilled in too. As I watch the wizard creep up. But you can see there are quite a few shelves. Still some bottles. A lot are smashed, and a couple of those larger than person casks and vats set into the walls.
I'm going to check the shelves and then shake the barrels to see if it's actually full.
All right, give me an investigation. As you check for the good stuff.
Well, I assume I don't know that this is happening. I just get a shudder down my spine as I feel like noble wine is being mistreated.
Yeah, you start to hear glass smashing. You hear slop being trotted on as well. It's not Siegfried's fault, actually. He's being careful. It's just a lot of the bottles are just coming apart under his fingertips and just falling out from their supports. A couple of racks even smash down and start to trail around. There's a lot of cacophonous noise coming up from the stairs. You manage, from just checking them over, you manage to find about 7 intact bottles. They've all got different, two of the same label. The rest all have different labels on them, but they're rotted horribly. As for the vats, you give a few a shake, mainly using the dwarf to help you. And only one of them's sloshing, but then you look up and you notice there's a patch of sunlight coming through and above it. You think maybe it wasn't wine it was sloshing with.
Okay, so we've got 7 old bottles of wine. Or bottles of something.
Yeah. You can tell at least that 2 of them have the same label, even though they're in a horrible state. But they're sealed. How about anyone else who's not typing?
Yeah, I'm just, because since I'm not really, I'm just hearing a lot of noise, so we're just gonna start going all there. And is everything all right in there?
Just found some bottles of something around.
What a commoner.
Oh,
Something
let me
or other.
see, and I just see the horrific state down here. What did you do?
He is surrounded by broken bottles all around his feet. The last thing he seemed to have touched is just collapsed in on itself and smashed even more. What did you do, Siegfried?
Very gently put the floors, no, put the bottles down.
They were pretty much like this when I got here.
I start going very slowly towards Siegfried.
Droop shuffles ahead of you, prestidigitizing the ground you walk on.
Hand over the bottles.
I hand him the 2 that have got the same name on.
The most you can make out is that there's about 3 letters of Elven on it, but, it's beginning, some part in the middle, and an end, and that's it. The rest is all rotted away, just from damp damage. Still got their corks, still got a wax seal around them.
This will require further investigation at a more appropriate time.
Possibly with a nice steak.
Yes.
And a cheese board.
Well, that just says itself.
As a wine connoisseur, Cornelius, you're able to decipher just from being able to peer through the glass that It seems like the two matched ones are a red.
All right. I stop walking out with the two bottles, and I look back and says, "You take those out very carefully."
Couldn't give a
As I
shit
leave
about the party,
dancing
but the
lights.
wine.
As I leave some dancing lights down there to make absolutely sure they can see what they're doing.
I suppose that would have been a nice first for you as well, Siegfried. I mean, there was the panic of a battle, but as you walked down here with Malgern originally, it was pitch black and you had no problem whatsoever. You could see everything in monochrome.
Yay! I can actually see. Well, better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
Does he
mean you can
notice
be
he's
like the rest
grown
of
a
us?
beard?
It's up to him if he notices. It's currently bumping against his chest. No one else seems to have taken notice. As he has
Yeah,
this
I've
full,
noticed the
flourishing,
beard.
brunette, dwarven beard.
I've noticed it, but I've not said anything.
I've noticed it. Not really commenting on it. He's got a ways to go, but he's getting there. He's getting there.
He's got to put
Now the
on a good
question-
200 pounds.
Now the question is though, what if Druport, would he grow a magnificent beard?
You do recall Yemek
Yemek
had his
grew-
face
yeah.
cut up?
Yemek appeared to be shaving, so yeah. It's possible.
That would be amazing.
Well, you could always
Can we
try
give
it
it to
right.
Wolfgang?
Unfortunately, it does only work on humanoids.
Uh-huh.
Unlike the shield, which is not so discerning.
Sassul with the beard.
Alright, the fuck are you guys doing?
Looking at the stash.
I've
She's
already
admiring Siegfried's stash.
Alright, I want all of you.
Wrote,
I want all of you to roll me. Let me just double check here.
Technology.
A D20. Or, no, sorry, not a D20, a D100. I was mixing up results with the actual number needed.
Is that everybody, including
That is everyone.
Siegfried and...
So this is after everyone's done rat and wine inspection. This is everyone gathering around the rubbish pile.
Basically, it takes a long time to bury through here. There's just a shit. There's a shit
Well, look what I
ton.
rolled.
The main body of the stash is just a shit ton of like rusted buckles that have come off leather belts and shoes,
Really?
Two? What the fuck?
and
Both
tons
till you
of
find a
bent,
rock.
tons of bent old corroded coins and just chunks
got
of
a
metal and
rock.
various things, even a few broken shields. So it takes a while
You
to
got
dig
the
through and get at
cursed
something
rock.
worthwhile. So let's see here.
It's gonna probably fall on us.
That's it. We're dead.
So let's see here. Oh, that's nice. So you pull out a small palm mirror, still shiny.
what?
It's a small mirror, but it fits in your palm, circular design.
Huh.
And Rain, when you pull it out and you look at yourself, you've got silvered hair and lines on your face and crow's feet.
So I'm old. In the mirror.
In the mirror.
Well,
Let's see. Next, you manage to pull free dice made from bone, and judging from it, probably knuckle bones.
What made from bone?
Dice. I
Ice.
said a couple of D6s.
Oh, dice.
Dice! I heard ice and I was
Yeah,
like,
so did I.
yeah, ice made of bone. Where the hell you guys been? That's a thing.
Well, you take the bone, you melt it down.
As you
and
as you
yeah,
dig in
freeze it.
deeper, finding various torn trousers and shorts, you also find a key, perfectly formed. It looks like it's for a very ornate door, but it's also carved from solid bone.
huh.
Let's see here. What
This
else?
is the Have they encountered the necromancer we kicked out of the graveyard?
There's
Oh
a,
boy.
there's a moment of frustration as well, and you pull out just a shirt and trousers that are bundled up and folded, thinking there might be something inside because you can hear rustling. But as you shake it free, it's just full of hay. And you figure this does look like something that was hanging in a field on a stick.
Oh, scarecrow clothes.
Let's see
In
here.
case we ever needed to make a scarecrow.
Or we just need an extra pair of clothes.
You can wear the scarecrow clothes.
And then as you set those aside, you start rummaging around again. You manage to, you reach in, you risk closing your eyes just to get a better grip of the senses. And as you pull out, it's a round object. But when you open your eyes, there's eyes looking back at you. And it's a shiny, flawless porcelain doll's head.
Ooh.
But as you're putting it to the side to set it down, you can't help but think that the eyes are following you.
Well, in that case, I probably start moving it from side to side to see if it's true.
They are.
I'm gonna
That's cool.
start. I'm gonna start casting a ritual for detect magic, just to see if any of these items were pulled out of magical. Well, besides
Siegfried,
the
I'm going to need a
relics.
reroll from you. As Zarzul sits and chants, painting up a little circle around him. But yeah, I need a fresh D100. Let's see here. Yeah. As you reach inside, it feels... Something feels like maybe you found... Oh. It's a strange sensation, because you know what it feels like. You don't want to think what it feels like. But as you pull it out, it's a pouch of skin. And you can see that there's muscle tissue as the drawstring. And there's something inside.
Well, I go to open it.
Inside you see
Oh.
a shimmering, shiny, black wooden pipe.
Huh.
And I just go, please don't be another demon.
Well, I ask if we've got the thing to see magic items on yet.
Yeah, as the tech magic goes up, most of them don't actually show any sign of magic. The porcelain doll does. Just the head. And the pipe does.
Do I know about this, or does only the person who's...
It's only Zarzul who
I
knows.
imagine the mirror does, yeah.
Oh yes, the mirror as well, sorry.
What type of magic is from the doll and the pipe?
It doesn't come
And
up as anything
the mirror.
particular. None of them do.
Oh, okay. How about the bone key? Is that of any interest?
It is not magical, but it looks very fancy. Could be useful, might fit some lock somewhere.
Probably does. I was just also wondering whether is there any markings on it that may hint to its origin?
Yes,
Woven.
but the origin is not a happy one, because you do see teeth marks.
That was a given, yeah.
Yeah. You don't see any kind of maker stamp, you don't see any numbers or etchings or even symbols that correspond to a language.
Oh well.
Well, I promptly ask, well, what's the verdict on magicalness?
You do
Pipe,
see...
mirror, and head.
I will say, you also do see a glow. There is one more thing in the stash.
Okay, keep digging, guys. There's something else in there.
And
Probably
as one
worth
of you reaches in, you find... It's right at the bottom. It seemed to be the whole root of the pile. It's a very finely wrought, mostly brass, because a very fancy metal, cylinder. The Cornelius and Rain, this clicks very easily. This is a scroll case.
Ooh!
No burning the scroll again.
Only if it's dead.
Can
Hand
I
it over
quickly
here.
just have a... Well, I've got Detect Magic up. Can I have a quick look in the wine cellar just to see if there's anything else of interest in?
Alright, you're going to scoot yourself down to the wine cellar. It takes a few moments, and no, nothing sparks for you.
Nah, no worries then.
I go to open
I take the scroll cylinder and open it.
Okay.
Before Rain does it, I snatch it out.
Okay. So I'm gonna need a wisdom save from Cornelius and Rain as he just yanks this scroll open. Also-
the scroll case.
Yeah, you opened up the scroll case.
Okay.
Okay.
crap.
Ooh.
Cornelius, there's a sudden flash, and it takes you a while to blink through it, but then you look to your compatriots, and they are just... Droop and Rain are just standing there, eyes kind of unfocused, just sort of sitting and not really seeming to think.
So I don't notice any difference. That's what you're saying.
I mean, you noticed the bright flash, but didn't have any effect on you now. It seems pretty standard for them.
Yeah, but what I mean is with Droop and Rain, for my character, I do not notice any difference.
I mean, Droop's
And in your head,
toadying
you
seems to
hear,
have...
"Fuck you."
Droop seems to have scaled back on his toadying. That may require a lecture.
Oh,
But Droop and Rain are currently stunned for 1 minute.
Cat.
What does
magical trap, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
What does Pufflesworth do in this minute?
Oh,
Um,
yeah, he'd be on her, so let's have a look here. He also fails, but, I mean, he's a baby. You do see... There is a scroll inside. And a
Can I
curse...
do a Arcana check to make sure that the scroll isn't somehow also secured?
I mean, as you check it out, you're thinking... I mean, who'd waste time on 2 traps in a tube?
Is the scroll actually magical?
The scroll
Obviously
is the
the case
magical
was.
thing, yes. As you come around the corner after a bright flash, you notice that, yeah, the scroll is definitely magical. The tube is no longer magical.
Okay.
Yeah, the tube was just magically trapped.
I just barely got him.
Jesus Christ.
As they beat
Okay,
their
what was
cat.
What was just said? No.
It's okay, you lot are
can
still
see
in
it.
a stupor.
Okay.
Rain is still just drooling on herself.
And yeah, like I said, I never noticed any difference in her behavior from from my perspective.
The bright
think
flash happens and he
on
just straightens his hat and goes, weird.
What is the scroll? As I
It is a scroll of
Study it.
catnap. If you cast it on, you can cast it up onto 2 or 3 willing people. I'll check down as far as again, but they will go into a simple sleep. If they remain undisturbed for 15 minutes, they will have got the benefit of a short rest.
I'll put it in one of my many endless pouches.
Let me just... But yeah, that seems to be all of it. I mean, unless you need a shitload of tarnished brass buckles, or you want to sit around straightening out those coins. Not a lot in that pile now.
Is the spell case still magical, or is the
No,
all
that is no
magic
longer
gone?
magical. It's still a
Okay, is
nicely
it
made
very
brass
ornate, or
tube.
just
Is it what, sorry?
just a plain black? I was wondering whether the actual tube might be worth anything.
It'll probably be helpful for the casters to hold their spells or scrolls.
If you want.
It said it was a fine brass one, so I suspect it's relatively. It's got a bit of worth.
Well, yeah, it's probably worth something, but there's also, style. Like, sure, you can get a gold dagger, you can get all you want. It's not that useful, but, some people are going to keep
I mean, it
I
might
look
also need inspecting.
I look over the scroll tube and then hand it off.
All right,
as
give me an
group actually
investigation
come around
as you,
yet.
as you check it over.
Hey, am I awake yet?
Yeah, you're just coming out of it now. You, Droop, and Pufflesworth all shake your heads, sending a string of drool everywhere.
Whoa.
Zarzul, as you roll it around, you do notice that there is one symbol that is not repeated anywhere in the patterns. It is circular, and it's what's a good way to describe this? It's sort of half of a cow skull sitting sideways like a boat. That's the best way to pronounce it. With the horn being fin sail-like.
Interesting. Cornelius, do you recognize this symbol?
Let me have a look.
That would be a history roll. It's not entirely familiar, but it does seem... I mean, the nautical theme at least gives an indication possibly a port city. They've made it clear it's an ocean. The cow skull is a confusing element of it, though. That's usually indicative of a landowner. Agricultural, but ships by water most. It does seem like the standard kind of emblem. Well, correction. It seems like the kind of style that a merchant house would have.
I explained this to Sasul.
He blinks.
Strange. No real value, possibly. Not. But this was the scroll of any major powerful thing?
Not particularly.
Strange. I'll look over at Droop. Droop, here, have a scroll tube for your magic when you require it to store your powerful scrolls.
Okay.
You never know when you may need it.
And he closes
It's
it
best to be prepared.
and stash it. He still seems vaguely confused, partly because he got the tube and not the scroll. But it's in Cornelius' hand. That's who it should belong to.
Yeah, it's in my one of my endless pockets now.
Oh, you mean you put it
Maybe
inside
when-
the pouches?
Yeah.
As you were putting it in, there was resistance. It didn't take a lot of forcing, but it still felt like something was trying to go against you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop forcing it down.
It slowly rises back up and then out of the top.
Interesting.
Somebody dying out there?
Does this happen with every pocket?
You try another one, and it just slides in.
Keep a note of the one that was weird about pushing a scroll in. Can I open and see if there's something I can take out of it?
Well, you've already unfolded them to check for the contents.
Yeah, but again, just to make.
Oh, you
sure
want to try and
there's
pull out
not
the scroll
weird-
again? Yeah.
No, not the scroll. The one that has resistant in it.
Did you put anything in there before?
I don't think so. I had offered to take the whip before to just kind of
Yeah.
make sure the.
As
magic
you reach in and
but,
feel around, it just feels like a sort of slightly chilled void. The back of your mind, you do think this wouldn't be a bad temperature for wine.
Does the wine bottle fit?
If you're using one of the long ones, yeah, it does slide in.
Yeah. Then I put the wine bottle in, safe and secure.
Yeah. You don't feel anything abnormal as it just goes on in. The second one, same thing.
There was also the other bottle of wine. I got in some. Yeah, there was. I got in another bottle of wine.
You have a halfling label.
Yeah, the halfling label. Yeah, I put it in there as well. This will be my wine pocket.
As it gets halfway in and your fingertips start to vanish inside the pouch, you feel a sudden jolt as the bottle is pulled down out of your grip.
Well, that's interesting.
At this point, I'm more awake, and I look at him and say, "Is it yanking on your stuff too?"
I'll try and reach into the pocket to see if I can get the wine bottle back.
It just sort of slips right into your hand.
Odd. Well, I'll leave it back in and see if I can pull it back out later.
Also, for whoever has the coin right now, it just says 1 on it. With the elven face again.
Strange.
Who does have the coin? Okay, that answers my question.
There's also whoever's got the shield, too.
Oh yeah, speaking of, I was mentioning I think I wanted that. I'm also the only one that won't have naked people on their shield cover if I have it.
Not naked,
The
artistic.
dwarf was covered.
Not naked, artistic.
It's an artistic nude.
Yes.
Naked.
It's not pornography, it's art.
It's not pornography, it's culture.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So,
Well,
anything more?
What was the stats on the shield?
It's
Or is
just
it in
a
our
it's just a
stats?
+2 shield. It's just normal.
Okay.
well, I believe if we are done, we should be heading onwards.
And upwards.
Possibly.
Let's lead the horses back to the cart.
As you are saddling up, getting prepped, the wheels starting to turn on the carriage, once again you hear that immense roar.
Oh, right, we forgot about that.
I didn't.
Yeah.
It's closer now.
Obviously.
It's closer now than it was a couple of hours ago. And then a second after that roar, there's another one that sends shivers through Zarzul. Instinctively, you have an idea of what this came from. It's very different. Very powerful. It was a squirrel. No.
Squirrel!
It's a sound you feel like your bloodline's familiar with, your species as a whole.
Oh dear.
What is that infernal racket?
I'm assuming it's the red dragon you guys left alone.
They don't know what color it was. It was on the front of a box and they didn't fight it.
Yeah, because it was way out of the way where we were going.
I know there was no reason unless you used the pre-gen characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't blame us.
Well, let's get out of here. We don't want to find out what that was.
You do know
Am
that
I
the noises
right,
were
it
coming
was a
from.
dragon?
You do know that the noises were coming from the east. The direction you're going.
No. Bollocks.
Oh, crud.
And as you ride on
Am
out
I
of the
right
little...
about-
Go on.
It was a dragon, was it?
You're not sure. Seems likely. But with a 5, you're just not entirely certain. I mean, you've
Uncle
never.
Albert.
You've never met one. You think?
Fair enough.
But yeah, as you
Completely
trundle out from the
unrelated note.
forest, down the little dirt
On a
path and
completely
back on the...
unrelated note, why do I have Japanese car sickness medicine in my drawer?
I was waiting for you to say in your inventory.
Aw.
Now there's a magical
I
item.
actually have a bottle. I actually have a bottle here that I purchased in Japan, but after getting sick from the long flight. Why do I have this here?
I mean, you just answered your own question there. You bought it and you didn't
Yeah.
use it all up.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, sorry. Continue on. I was just very mystified why this bottle was here.
No worries. But yeah, as you step out on the dirt road and then back onto the main, there's a moment of relief as you see the wide expanse in front of you and there's nothing in the sky. I mean, there's some birds, but they don't look large and scaly.
Do they look afraid, like they're flying away from something?
I mean, most of them seem pretty high up. It's hard to tell where they're going. They're just little tiny black specks in the sky.
Okay.
And as you trundle along, it's a few hours before anything sort of catches the eye. And there it is. It's a large boulder sitting in half of a road.
Does it look like the boulder was new? Like it's been there a while, or
Is there a mountain
recent?
nearby?
I mean, we have a stone expert in the group.
No, I mean,
What kind of-
is there a mountain nearby where you could actually roll down from?
I mean, the mountainous region has been building up on your left. It's not immediate. There's still some tree line to go, but possibly it could have rolled from there. It seems very unlikely.
I look to the left to see if there's a trail to where the rock came.
There is no trail.
There you go. There's your answer.
There is no disturbance among the trees either.
Does it
Is
look like
this
it's baked
bold-
in paper mache, so a goblin might be hiding?
I mean, you're not quite up
Very-
close to it yet.
Or a very dutiful druid is around cleaning up after it.
At a distance, seems real.
Sazul,
Okay.
Siegfried, why don't you go check it out?
Why not the dwarf?
I head off towards the boulder.
Zarzul's already walking towards a boulder. Anyone else?
Is it
I'm
breathing?
I'm going to stay back from the boulder.
I'm going to ready to attack in case the boulder turns out to be not boulder.
I'm gonna sigh and follow.
I'm going to light my mace.
All right.
I know
I'm
it's
just
just
gonna
a boulder.
grunt angrily because what the fuck, guys?
I know this is going to be a case of the gazebo, but I don't care.
It's gonna be a mimic, isn't it?
All right, all right. I attack the garage.
It's a warehouse, actually. It's a specific case of lycanthropy.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
But yeah, Zarzul and Siegfried, you both stand in front of the boulder. It's pretty big.
A boulder?
It's
It's a big
about
rock.
yeah. It's pretty bold. It's very courageous. Honestly, it looks pretty big. It's bigger than the flail snail shell you've got sitting in your carriage.
We're
Okay.
not taking it with us.
It's
I touched the boulder to see if to see what its texture's like and whether it's warm or.
you touch the boulder, and in a way, the boulder touches you back. It's cold. It's stone. It's rough. Although it does feel like some parts of it have been sort of worn down a bit, possibly by rain. Erosion is a hell of a thing.
Damn it, Rain! Stop eroding the rocks.
As you check around the base of it, you don't see any moss or lichen or anything. The grass hasn't taken hold.
Strange. Oh well, let's ride the. We can get the cart past this.
Hang on, let me just badoosh. And then let me just double check this. How far away would the wagon be, you say? How far back are you guys sitting, waiting for Zarzul and Siegfried to trick whatever's going on?
I'm probably by the wagon.
I'm wondering how far the wagon is.
I wouldn't think too far back.
Probably about here.
Alright, you're all going to be about there?
Does that sound right, guys?
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
arrange yourselves.
My horse. is
Ignore
huge.
him.
Whoops.
Get the fuck back there.
I was. Oh, I get it. She's riding the horse. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you hear a voice. No, fucking hell, I can never do it right. And stomping out from the south is this huge, horrible thing pulling off moss and sheets of grass and turf tumbling from it. It's got one orcish head, the other... Well, you imagine there's a head there. You can see a neck and a beard extending down, but it's got a large metal case over it. Just like several large cooking pots that have been dinged into place. And he marches out, No, the cart was meant to go there and then stop and then I walk out. Anyway, I offer you a deal. And it's an amazing deal. You're gonna love it. Alright?
Hello, friend.
God damn it.
Excellent, you're on board already. Now,
What board am I supposed to be on?
Oh,
what? And he just stands there pointing his finger at the kobold slightly. No, wait, hang on a bit. He dings the metal covered head, and you can hear muffled. Right, don't get confused, stay focused on the job, this is for the missus. Now listen, there's been lots of horses and people rolling down here. Wife didn't get to eat any of them. She's pissed off. I don't want that for me missus. She's the love of me life. So, I set this up, but then there were no horses and no people. You're the first in fucking days. So, I'm gonna be generous. Generous.
Do you want us to start over? We can go away and come back.
Generous. Generous. I'm going to be generous. He's just ignoring the kobold at this point. What I'm going to decide is, we stop you, I let some of you get away, and we only eat some of you. Now that's a good deal.
Not really.
Hang on, let me get a look at you all as he walks up to you two, as you bunch. Alright. Dwarves good, lots of good eating in them. Nice, fatty meat, she'll love that. Big finger. Bigger Van Zarzul. Pokes him in the stomach. Nah, kobold's no good. Meaty, bony, stringy little thing. More meat than that wolf, but she don't like dog. Human, always good. Love a good human. Reckon my throat this. And he looks. Then he starts stomping across to the cart. Oh, a pointy, well, a bit of a stubby ear. Yeah. You'll do nice. Owlbear might be a nice treat too. Alright, tell you what. The deal is, I'll let the bony little lizard thing go. You can keep the gobbo. And one of the mustache boys. One of them can choose. Now that seems fair to me.
Not really, no.
Well, there's that or I'll kill you all. And me missus.
I go up to him and say, but wait a
Going to
sec.
kill your missus?
Wait a sec.
Don't
We've got
confuse
some
the
other guys
issues
coming
here.
a bit further down the road. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're definitely fatter than we.
Yeah, but let me just get down here. He just kneels down. He's still massive. Now, I want you to listen to me here, champ, you see. Okay, there's a bigger lot coming, but my missus now, she is a beautiful, curvy, awesome woman. She could eat a lot of you. I'm trying to be generous and give you a chance here, because those lot that are coming, we're going to eat them too. So, that's all well and good, right? Now, I've sweetened the deal much as I can. What do yous all think?
That's a kind of go-
I just
That's a kind
I
of
picture
going-
Siegfried
that's a
and
kind of
Cornelius
look
doing exact same time, just stroking their chins.
As I look at Rain, just imagining things.
You hear?
I moved to cast a guiding bolt.
You're going to cast guiding bolt on him?
Oh yeah, I'm done with this.
At close blank range.
Yeah. Why
That'll
not?
be initiative then. Hang on, let me clear everything first. I said, let me clear everything first, you little fucker.
And then I accidentally
Oh
clicked
yeah,
early.
yeah. Fucked everything up, brain. God damn it. We're all gonna die now.
See, I'm pretty sure we're on a minus with this guy. God damn, adventurers never know a good deal when they see one. Yeah,
I
just
did offer to start over for him.
And Siegfried did offer a larger group. You know, we tried.
and I was about, and,
I was
as
waiting
I was
for him
about
to
to
turn
say,
around and look so I could stab him in the back.
alrighty, you can start adding yourselves.
Okay, well,
I accidentally clicked early.
It's
and I didn't
alright,
click
I'm
my
adding you
token
on
in.
now. You can put your number in.
Thank you.
Hey, nice.
It was, what was I? 18? 18.
No, Zarzul, you're a 10. Although, I guess that's for Wolfgang.
No,
No,
Wolfgang
Wolfgang
was
was 9.
Okay.
Doesn't Zazzle get a bonus advantage on initiative anyway?
Is he wearing the shroud?
No, it's meaning, isn't that the ranger thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is he wearing the shroud? Because as a kobold, he's at disadvantage in daylight.
Yeah, I'll be wearing the shroud.
Alright, then you are 25. Okay. With a vision range of 60 feet.
He's in within 60 feet. I think I'm fine.
And for rain, that's an 18. Alrighty, descending. Oh, that really wrecked the throat. Fucking hell. However, since Rain was the one who kicked us off, that's where we're going to start.
Well, in that case, yeah, I'm going to
As a guiding bolt at disadvantage.
Yep. Where is it?
I swear to God, Elf. You fuck this.
Which elf god?
Yeah.
And again,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. Oops.
probably be a big one as well.
Yes, actually.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, see, roll oh well, at least the damage rolls are different.
They look both 18 to me.
Yeah, they
Yep.
say 18
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, but I'm saying the different dice came up for them, which is good.
Oh, okay.
It's not just an identical roll. Alright, yeah, there's a bellow out of him as he roars, flails a bit, and is lit up. Quite blindingly, in fact. What else you got?
Well. Come to think of it.
She didn't think this far ahead.
No, I did not.
Some would say she didn't think of the situation at all.
Oh no, I thought of the situation. I just thought, screw it, I'm gonna light him up. So I'm going to, even though I know it'll be an attack of opportunity, I'm going to run the hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah, that's an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I know that.
I believe that hits.
What is it? Yeah.
Huh.
You take 9 slashing damage as he brings his big axe against your back. It launches you an extra couple of feet, so you get away faster.
That works.
Or do you? Is Mr. Pufflesworth angry at the Etten?
No. No, he is not.
I mean, you've only taught him to stay and to not bite your fingers a bit.
I have taught him no in general.
Have you, though? Have you?
The question is, at this situation, do you have the chance to say no?
I'm probably yelling no as I run just because I don't want to be smacked by him.
Well,
Probably
give me a
not.
strength saving throw. As you try to jump off a carriage with Pufflesworth in tow. And you do manage it.
No negative repercussions whatsoever.
Not yet.
Never punished.
Oh, I've been punished for Pufflesworth. What you smoking?
Not yet, you're still alive. Cornelius.
Yes, I'm going to try and cast Whole Person on. Is it an ogre?
He's in. You're not actually sure what he is. You wouldn't have come across him before.
Okay, well, two-headed creature.
Yeah.
That thing.
And the spell fizzles.
Well, I don't.
No,
think
I know there's no roll,
actually-
but
Yeah, there's no roll.
the spell
Oh,
is
okay,
hold
yeah.
person. So yeah, that does not work. This thing is not a humanoid.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah, I always thought Ettins were kind of humanoid, but I guess not. It's kind of like
hang
I
on,
guess
hang on. I still got my movement. I still got my
So are
movement.
your movement.
Yeah.
I wonder why he's being specific about that. He's right beside the giant.
I guess it makes sense because like owlbear isn't really a beast.
Confused by this, I run away.
Well, in this case, he has the species type giant,
Ah, that makes sense.
which is separate from humanoid. Yeah. All right, Castalia, your turn.
Hmm. This is gonna be awful.
No, go right up to her. He's friendly, really. You could calm him down.
Shit, that's no longer a move. That's no longer an action, is it?
What?
Full defense.
There is no full defense. There is dodge. That's an action. Dodge imposes disadvantage on attack rolls against you. That's the only defensive option you've got.
Then I'm going here and taking a dodge.
All right, you're going to use your action to dodge.
Yep.
Okay. Until the end of your turn, or until the beginning of your next turn, all attacks on you are disadvantage. Vietin is not pleased. But as he looks at you two, he gives a very large ding against the metal box on his shoulder and then does it again. You can hear muffled... And then you hear a bellowing roar from south. It's different from the two other roars you've heard. Feminine, if you will.
Oh,
Ah,
God.
And stomping is beginning. Also, just out of curiosity of the noise, a large frog
Oh,
rises up from the
God,
dirt
no.
and sits there watching. But then the Ettin's turn. He is going to look at the bearded human.
Oh, you're far away, frog.
He looks down at the bearded human. Now, I gave you an offer, and you just spat in my faces. So this is your fault, right? What is with Roll20 today? Those are both at Siegfried.
I'm going to use my reaction to it's cunning dodge or whatever it is.
Yeah,
To
it's
halve the damage.
uncanny dodge.
Yeah,
So yeah, so you take 9 and 7.
it's a 16.
Yep. And then he's going to swing his axe over to the left at Castalia. 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Takes 16 slashing damage as you're caught in the side. You dodge just slightly the wrong way and just take it full in the hip.
Let's see. Okay.
Although it's very dramatic looking because there's just this wash of water spraying off you on the impact.
So that's 33.
He's going to take one step back into a bit of a trees, although he can't really take cover. Wolfgang, your turn has arrived.
Wolfgang is going to advance and help out the furrier human. There's obvious. The human's making an attempt now to at least look right. More fur involved.
That's a clear hit. Wow, he actually doesn't make it. As he topples over with a horrible loud thud.
Best boy.
Just managed to get him right in the ankle as he was shifting his weight underneath the trees. And before Siegfried's turn, because this was very handy, initiative-wise. They don't have a lot of decks, these giants. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
Oh, Christ.
As the missus steps out from the forest, she is... While he was big, she is huge. She is a giant in all senses of the word. A mass rotund hill giant. Her face and front are just caked in detritus and crumbs and chunks of meat. She's dragging in one hand a massive tree trunk. The other, rolling along a boulder like the one in the road. A bit smaller, though. She looks around for a second, blinking dumb eyes, and then goes, "Don't you hurt my man!" And she's going to throw it at the wolf.
Oh.
Well, that was a 26.
Uh-oh.
Wolfgang takes 25 bludgeoning as a huge boulder smashes into him.
Doesn't it also hit her man slightly?
Nope.
Considering it's big.
It's a
boulder?
very precise attack. Giants actually pride themselves on their rock throwing. It's a serious bit of her lore. She's going to take another step forward and then dig out another boulder. She's going to look across and go, "Dwarf, I like dwarf." Oh, I think she misses that time.
Yeah, she does.
There is this horrible moment, Malgern, when all of your beard and all of your hair is now behind you in a sweep of rushing wind. Zarzul almost pulled off his feet as this huge rock just sails past. She's very angry looking in that. She did not like that happening at all. Siegfried, your turn. You watched the dog get nearly completely flattened. This is a bad situation, and you're in the middle of it.
Actually, no, I'll stay where I am.
Yeah, you don't need flanking. He's on his back.
Yeah, I was thinking flanking, but he's already prone. So, I'm going to do what I do best and stab it at stab.
Go for it. Anytime now.
Use the sheet. Idiot. There we
Yeah,
go.
the sheet's useful. That's a hit. As you just drive it into his shoulder, and he's groaning at that. That really fucking hurt him. But the problem is, when you draw it out, you notice he's looking right at you.
In that case, yeah, have the other.
That's a hit. Yeah, see, he didn't really notice that little scratch, but he noticed you. He is entirely squarely staring at you right now. Oh yeah, I forgot to add in the frog's initiative. Hang on, let me bring him down just so I can add his turn.
Oh, Jesus.
Please come over, Frog. Please come over.
Anything else, Siegfried?
No, I think I'm pretty much out of moves at the moment.
Top of the round, Zarzul.
Oh, I'm going to reposition slightly.
But why?
I'm going to mark the big two-headed giant.
The poor bargaining Etten is going to get marked here, as he's being maliciously beaten. He offered a deal that didn't have to end in violence.
Oh yes, it did.
Yeah, you kind of decided that.
I'm not going to be at dinner. I make dinner.
Yeah. And
So egotistical.
the Etten's not looking like he's at below half health or anything, is he?
Not yet. He's kind of big.
Okay.
But remember, she's
Oh,
bigger.
well, never mind.
That's a hit.
And the wolf is going to attack as well.
All right. Yep. He's starting to look bloodied. Starting to look like these wounds are mounting up on him. Melgurn.
Okay. So I'm stuck between big and bigger. This could be a problem. Guess I'm gonna try to run over here and finish this thing.
He spoke to you. He could have a name. He has a wife.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think I'm doing him a favor.
Hey,
I was going
different
to try and reason with him, get us all to run away from his wife.
No.
different standards, man. She is beautiful in his many eyes. That's a hit. You also had advantage.
Oh.
So roll again in case you crit.
Nope.
Okay, 9 slashing.
And again.
And again. No, roll again.
Oh, I get advantage twice.
Yeah, because he's still on the ground.
Okay. 13.
Yeah, you're seeing dark spots on him. You're starting to cleave through this kind of orcish hide, actually. As you get close up to him, you can notice he's got these large, pronounced tusks as well. Also, a very powerful odor. Not as bad as the stench cows.
And I'm done.
Okay. Rain.
Oh, goody. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Nobody. Well, Wolf needs healed, but not horribly.
He got flattened.
He's fine. He's a good boy.
Let's see.
He's down on all fours, but that's
Steady.
normal for him.
His leg is still
Exactly.
twitching. He's good.
I want one of these.
Ray of Enfeeblement
On the two-headed bloke.
on the Eden. Okay. Could you pop the spell card as well?
Oh yeah, oops, I forgot to do that. Sometimes I'm intelligent. Fuck off. Alright, which button combination do I do to make that happen?
Alright, you go into your spell tab.
Yep.
You click the gear on the actual spell. And then you scroll down a bit and it'll say output and you can choose spell card. Then just click it for me. Well, as in, you pop the gear back out and then click the spell.
I'm blind as a bat. Hold on.
Let's see, it's in the compendium actually.
Aha! I found it.
Oh, good.
There we go.
Okay. He is enfeebled. Yeah, let's see. There we go, that'll do for it.
And then I come back here.
Considering it's on the he's on the ground and injured, Pufflesworth's going to fight you for it. And do badly.
Pufflesworth. Good boy. He's the goodest
If
boy.
you've got a modifier, you win. Yeah. It's now the Giant Frog's turn. Cornelius, you're up.
Yeah. I am going to cast this spell.
Alright.
Melts Minute Meteors.
Melts minute meteors.
Oh, minute.
6 tiny meteors orbit around you for the spell's duration.
Yeah, just no. They orbit for a minute. Minute meteors.
Yeah. When I cast a spell, and as a bonus action on subsequent turns, I can hurl 2 meteors to points I choose within 120 feet. Explosive reaches the point or hits a solid surface. Each creature within 5 feet of the explosion must make a dexterity save. Explosion deals 2d6 fire damage on a failure or half damage at a success.
I assume you're going to fling one?
Yeah, I'm going to fling one here.
So
And
Troop runs the fuck.
Here.
Okay. So let's see here. So he'll be a disadvantage.
So he'll be receiving 9 damage.
16? Oh, well, 15. Does that beat your DC?
Oh, 15? Hang on, let me see. That's exactly my DC.
Okay, so he manages to get half. Or no, he's a disadvantage. What am I saying? He's at 4. Never mind. And she doesn't do any good either.
So she would get...
Yeah, they both take 9.
Oh, it's... I wrote...
Oh, right.
Isn't
Okay.
it the 2d6 for each of them?
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
different damage value for each of them?
There we go, fixed. Is that you? Any other movement?
Yeah.
True follows. There we go. Castalia, your turn is up.
This is a hell of a shit show.
This isn't that bad.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna hit the giant twice, or the Atten twice, and I feel bad for the guy.
He just tried to
You
make
could
a
knock
deal. Nobody had to die here if it was necessary.
And
I was going to
knock
try
him.
and knock him out and then just leave him on the ground.
I have advantage from flanking, right?
He's on the ground, so
Okay.
you've got advantage.
Oh, that is true. We could just knock him out.
Yeah, but
But the
what about
wife's
his
here
wife?
now.
You could just
Well,
declare
we can
non-lethal.
knock
Knock them
her
both
out, too.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we try putting the wife to sleep?
All right. How does
Yeah, with swords.
fudge? How does non-lethal damage work again?
You just have to say.
Claw-
Clear it.
You declare.
That's
I'm declaring my damage as non-lethal.
it. Okay.
As non-lethal as a whip can do, I guess. So it's questionable.
No comment.
I'm feel
Wrap it around his neck and choke him out. Choke me, daddy.
You have advantage.
Okay, you're just revealing too much about yourself there, Cornelius, and the depraved nobility.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had it.
You do have advantage. Next, you're going to be tossing walnuts in the ground so they can scamper around
Alright,
for them.
so that's the first strike. Here's the second.
Yeah, as you reach down and pull off that clump of moss and grass and the whip extending from it. Luckily, all the rest of it just seems to fall from your thigh. And you lash out with sodden lash. So let's see, both those hit. So that'll be 9 there, and then 13 for the second hit. He's still alive, still conscious. But the whip cracks were kind of painful looking.
He's been conscious this whole time, you monsters.
You can see great scores of grass marks on him now. Large green stains.
And that'll be it for my turn. 'Cause I
Yep.
really. tilts.
And it's now his turn, and he gets up. As he starts sniffling a bit, he looks over. Honey, I tried for you. I tried, but they're a bunch of bastards. Let's fucking have them, okay? He's going to lash out, first off at the dog, which knocked him down. And he's going to make the...
Well,
Yep. Especially since he's going to be reckless about this.
Oh.
It's okay, he's at half damage right now, so you take 6 and 8.
okay.
Is he still up? What did the first
Do I
one
need to
knock him
roll more
down?
dice, or is he dead yet?
Did the 6 knock him down?
No, the 6 didn't.
Okay. But now that the dog's down, he's going to look around, see all of his targets, and then just lash out for the one who was making all that noise. But then he just realizes and looks across. No. Beardy. Tall Beardy. Skinny Beardy. There's a 14 hit.
It does not.
No.
Oh, Skinny Beardy.
Yeah, Skinny Beardy.
Never mind, I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Fuck, my throat is wrecked doing him. Wolfgang, give me a D20. That's a success out of 3. Okay. Next up will be the missus, who's going to stomp on over at high speed to her husband. She's going to just put her foot down on the dog.
What? Oh, poor pup. Alright, flipping.
It's 15 a hit.
Don't think so. Hang on, let me just bring that up.
Oh my god, God bless you, pup.
She's got
No, that's too low.
she's got very chunky feet.
Oh, he lives.
She's then going to she's then going to furiously swing at Siegfried. Damn.
I live.
And then once more with feeling.
Oh.
Oh,
I
but
don't.
didn't see the swing. You didn't see the swing back.
Yeah.
And I
She
poke
followed-
And I
damage on
used
that
my
second
uncanny
swing.
dodge again.
Yeah, but she followed through on that. As there's just this wave of horrible, chunky spittle that's just hitting down as you, she's bawling out, "Don't you hurt my man!" You get the feeling that might be all the words she knows. It's kind of repetitious. Siegfried.
Okay, so what, that's 7 damage?
Yeah, that'd be 7. You round down.
Knock
I
him
don't
out
think she
quick.
wants us
I
to
got a
hurt her
stupid
man.
idea.
Well, I'm going to use non-lethal damage on the husband. Who I believe standing up again now, isn't
He is now upright. But as you've noticed, he's not
that
wearing a lot of
case-
protection.
In that case, I'm going to move slightly. I'm going to move to there,
Okay.
which I believe it means I get advantage.
Yep. On your first attack. Also, the bawling hill giant has been screaming at you the whole time as you move.
Yeah, and I'm doing this non-lethal.
Yep. I mean, backstabbing non-lethal.
Less than
I used the
lethal is,
pummel of
believe, the
my
word.
sword on his head about 5 or 6 times quickly.
He's not out yet, but it's very close.
Yeah, I believe the correct term is less than lethal.
In that case,
I'm just going to
So,
stab him in the
continue.
back with that blunt edge of my blade. That would be more damaging, really. You gotta force it.
Sounds like my date nights.
No, never. That's not how that works.
so I do a total of 30 damage.
He's still conscious. He's a big
Oh,
guy. He's built for taking damage. And you can just hear behind you this colossal hill giant woman voice. Don't you hurt my man! Don't you hurt my man, you bastard!
I was kind of hoping to knock him out quicker.
The whole back of your outfit is just drenched in saliva. Zarzul, you're up.
This is why I said just kill him.
Hey,
The cleric.
He's just gonna kill more people.
I was gonna knock him
Okay.
out and say he's falling asleep on the job.
as my action, I am going to non-lethally put an arrow in his head.
You can't do it with range.
Really?
Yeah, range and
Yeah.
spells. Like, it's too hard to imagine, man.
I'm gonna non-lethally put an arrow in its head.
It's like, okay, you can disable someone, but you can't put them unconscious. That's the difference, you see.
You're going to have to run over
Okay.
and stab him.
Then I'm going to move up. And then non-lethally shank him in the thigh. Or maybe ankle.
All right, you're gonna use the dagger.
Keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
As you flip it around. It's very primitive style for rest of party as they've witnessed this kobold bringing up this human bow and then just swinging the knobbly end down on the head. And you bring him to rest. He is unconscious. As you just managed to clout him out right in the temple and judder enough of his brains. Also,
And that's my
Zarzul,
bonus hack.
as you're doing this, you do notice on the hand that's holding the dagger, there are just a couple of little white scales. A bit shiny.
Interesting. Okay, and at this point, I am going to healing word Wolfgang.
All right.
Did that pop up? No, it didn't.
No, I did not.
Why is my healing word not working?
Have you made sure to click the power level?
It's not it. Ah, it's opened up in a window behind the window I was clicking.
Yeah.
Of course.
It happens. There we go. He's up with not. See, is that with the bonus? Yeah.
I believe that what the extra 3 is, yeah.
He's on the ground but conscious. But yeah. She saw her husband stop yelling and roaring and just settle onto the ground.
Yep. And my wolf's bonus action is to bite a big giantess.
That'll be a
Non-lethally.
That'll be a straight roll.
Not
Well,
lethally?
that'll be a straight roll then.
I mean, there's police dogs.
Yeah, you can
Oh
incapacitate.
no, I know that. I'm just like, why?
Luckily a 20 hits.
Do you really think that leaving a very angry woman to wake up next to what's
You really
the husband
think?
going to get yelled at once they both?
Well, the thing is, what's he gonna do if he wakes up and his wife dead?
Well, that's why we should just kill the both of them. They're going to just eat more people.
Unsurprisingly, the wolf does not pull the hill giant down. But he's attracted her attention a little bit. Both the wolf and the little kobold. Anything else, Zarzul?
I'm going to take a step back.
All right. She takes an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh god, she had that much reach.
Yeah, she's got reach. She's big. I believe that hits.
Oh yes.
As you take 18 bludgeoning, your small draconic frame just smashed with what is obviously a slightly sculpted tree.
Zarzul is no longer on the map.
He didn't dodge away. He actually got knocked that far away.
She just locked eyes for a second and batter up.
Only other thing is, do I recognise these as the creatures that have been making all the noise?
No, their roars are very different. Their bellows are a language. They're not bestial.
Okay.
Well, Gurn, you are... Wow, there's a lot bouncing in front of you right now. There is just so much mass. In a way, her figure's not too bad, but the face ruins it.
I have an idea here. Hear me out.
Your mic's up.
Okay, mic is down. Idea.
We build a wooden badger.
No, let's not go there. It's a silly place. I place my longsword across her husband's neck. Is he up or down?
He's down.
He's unconscious.
He's
so
unconscious.
Yeah, he's down. That's what I thought. And I yell to his wife, "Move, and I'll cut his throat."
That's an intimidate.
Would that be intimidation?
Hmm. Alright, roll your intimidation.
I'm not very intimidating. Fuck, I have.
Luckily, she's
numbers
very
in there.
dumb, so she's convinced you'll do it. Which puts her into a rage.
Oh, God damn it.
She's got intelligence of 5.
Well,
She's going to react like a toddler reacts. You're trying to take away her toy. No. She squashed you, even smaller. That was your action. What do you got next?
Not what I was hoping for.
Look at this way. You got her attention. This is a good thing.
Yeah,
For one of yous.
I guess, screw it. I'm gonna action surge, and, I'm gonna hit her because she's mad at me.
Alright. 25's a solid hit. You're noticing she's not reacting a whole lot to the attacks. You still got another swing.
Yeah.
Yep, she's angry. You've achieved
And then-
something.
Because I can, I'm gonna try to push her
I
down.
don't think you can, actually.
Because she's so big.
Yeah, I think there is a limit. Let me just check.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It would be like trying to push over a tree
I
trunk.
think it was
I know,
one
I just
size,
thought it would be
wasn't it?
funny.
That's the weird thing, though, because it's impossible for him, but not for the dog.
Yeah, what? Yeah, because, Wolfgang did bring, I don't know. If it's impossible, it's impossible. I just thought it would be funny.
Nope, doesn't mention a size. Go for it.
Alright, let's
Just
do this.
Just since it's a contest, you're at disadvantage.
Oh, wait, what's he trying to do? Is he trying to shove?
Trying to
Trying
shove
to
her
shove.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, there actually is size difference.
No, but what I'm saying is, he can push her prone, but he's at disadvantage to try.
Well, the target of your shove must be no more than one size.
Oh.
Let's
got it.
see here. Where is that now? Let me just make absolutely
It's
sure.
on a page of 195. They might have errated it because I'm still using my old.
195, Shield Master. Yeah, if you take the attack action on a turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. That is what the Shield Master feat says. And then 195 for actual
What does it
shoving.
say under shove, I think. Is it...
Yep. Trying to push away. Yeah, no more than one size larger from you.
Okay,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
So you
I do
cannot,
nothing.
sadly.
Yeah.
It was a good idea.
Damn. Would have been funny.
Any movement?
Hell no.
Alright,
I've
Rain.
seen what they can do with attacks of opportunity.
Well, glorious day.
I might put a size restriction on Wolfgang's, actually, because it only doesn't say large or anything, because it's only against player characters. Or
By the
medium.
way, Gear, he's already used. She's already used her reaction.
Yeah.
You could
I'll-
make a run for it.
No, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay, you're gonna light her up big.
Yes.
See, so
Go
that's
big or go home.
okay. It hits her. It hits her square in the gigantic gut. It's wobbling for some moments after the attack, and is just brightly warming or brightly glowing. Anything else from you?
Nope, that's it.
Pufflesworth attempts once again to get in the combat.
Ah, hell.
He's not doing well today.
He's trying.
He's really trying.
Well,
It's a giant frog's turn.
I'm...
It's going to sidle up a moment, then leap. And his turn is over. Cornelius.
Yes. I am going to fire a scorching ray at the giant lady.
Okay,
You see what I got?
that's a miss. Oh no, actually you had advantage on that first one, so yeah. 3 hits.
And then I'm gonna throw one of my meteors right here.
No good. So another chunk of damage as she's lit up again. There's just these horrible big burn marks on her now. But she's still roaring and bailing with full vigor. She's really, really pissed off. Any movement?
No. I'm fine
Troop
around
cowers
here.
behind you. Castalia.
Have I heard the frog move?
You can see the frog. You've
Alright,
seen him
then.
moving around, just out of a corner of your vision.
Shit, how do I want to do this? It's
Love it.
something stupid, but I want to do it.
I assume so, since it led with, "Can I see the frog?" God, it's gonna be... How am I gonna set this up? This errant giant toad.
Alright. Stand back, it's time to be stupid.
Good.
I cast Minor Image on the frog to propel a booming voice, shouting out, "I am a fat frog! Eat me!"
Yes.
Now, I like it. It's a nice idea. The rest of the party all look in the direction of this frog announcing its tastiness. Unfortunately, there's a screaming, homicidal, furious hill giant who has forgotten about food right now and wants to kill this dwarf who was going to stab her husband. The frog seems startled. In fact, you know what? Actually, let's see.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's
What have you
frightened.
done?
Anything else from you?
No.
I was supposed to say, I hope not.
Etna's still unconscious. Wolfgang.
Going for the ankles again.
Yeah, I think we will have to put a size limit on Wolfgang's pulling down, just because it was only meant to be used against PCs. That's a hit. Because it does seem a bit ridiculous that he can do this, but Mulgurn can't.
Well, he's going for the
Slightly.
ankles. It's a bit different.
Yeah, but he's a trained warrior, applying his weight expertly.
I wouldn't say that.
Anything else from Wolfgang?
No, that's about it.
Yeah, he used up his reaction before.
Yeah.
I mean, he could do a runner because, as I said, the reaction on the giants.
I might do a sidle round over this side, away from the dwarf.
What
Dwarf.
did I do?
Oh, dwarf. She stands above you. Vast. Huge. And other
Huge
words
tract
meaning
of land.
big. And she starts to swat for you. 18. 16. 27.
Alright, so let me get a calculator out real quick.
Actually, also, it'll be plus 9.
Yep.
Because
Was
of
she
a
at
rate.
Was she at advantage?
That's...
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's 61 damage.
Yeah, I'm... Okay. Dwarf
Yeah.
is down.
If it helps, plus 9. Because of her rage damage as well.
Yeah, dwarf is down.
And then she's just roaring at your prone form. She's intending to finish you off next time. Siegfried. You just watched the bearded one get smaller, and then smaller, as repeated tree trunk bashings drove him into the ground. Now he's just sort of laying there, like you usually do. That was a nasty thing to see immediately around you.
Yeah, this ain't good.
No.
Do I ask how long rage lasts for?
It lasts a while.
I'm picked.
Give me an intelligence check, because you did travel with Kendra, and once or twice she used her rage. You might recognize some of the signs. You don't recognize any of the signs. All you know is this is terrifying. Kendra was never like this.
Okay, I'm going to move down 1 square.
Okay? Well. That's a hit. As you just drive it into her leg. There's a moment where you get
And-
this horrible chunks of saliva again flecking into your beard. Your new glorious dwarven beard. That is also a hit. As she turns slightly to see you and the pain she's being dealt.
You hear me murmur in my unconscious state.
And then you just sort of just smack your sword against her kneecap, really. That's about as much as you get with 3 points of damage.
I know. It's something. I'm so fucked.
Zarzul.
Okay. Damn it. Okay, healing word on the dwarf.
Mulgurn, your first experience on waking back up? Everything. Everything hurts right now.
So is that 9 and 3 or just 9?
No, that is 12
Yeah.
total.
12? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And then I'm going to put an arrow into the giantess.
Okay. That's a hit. And the arrow thuds in, getting snapped off in one of the fat folds of her arms.
And then Wolfgang is going to make his reaction to attack as well. And miss horribly. Never mind.
Yeah, those miss. First miss against the giant. Mulgurn. Still hurts. There is a ring in your ears that may never go away at this point. It feels like your helmet has been merged to your skull.
Okay.
But
so
you're conscious.
First things first. Yeah, we're conscious. Let me make sure I have this right. So I'm gonna second wind.
You puff out your chest and undo one of the dents in your chest plate.
Yep.
That rib still feels broken, though.
And then I'm gonna continue wailing on this thing that is angry because now I am angry.
You're going to attract her attention again. Okay.
Yeah.
Very brave.
This can
I'm
only
very
work out
angry.
well for you.
Of course.
That one's a hit. So is that one. Anything else from you?
Like last words. Oh,
No.
Last words, a will.
Just gonna bang my sword on my shield and start yelling loudly.
Telling someone who gets your boots once they dig them out of the ground.
No, Mueller's never gonna get my boots.
Rain.
Oh, yeah.
The dwarf's in a really bad way. So's the dog.
I've noticed.
So is the other bearded
happen
guy.
to have another enfeeblement ray, would you?
I have another enfeeblement ray.
No, that would probably be a good time.
Uh,
Give me a ranged spell attack.
yeah, I need to find the button. Ah, that's the button I wanted. There we go.
Button, who's got the button?
That is a hit. She is currently
Alright.
enfeebled.
That's very magical. I'm going to stay where I don't know. Actually, come to think of it,
Where are you? Oh yeah,
I'm in the back. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
you're right next to the wizard and the fucking. Yeah, thanks for the help, guys.
I
Appreciate it.
helped. Do you
We're
want,
helping.
I
do
tried.
you want me to hit them even harder?
Like grains of sand for a broken hourglass, Malgurn, these are the minutes of your life.
What's she gonna
Wait.
do?
Oh. Oh, that's right. Oh, wait, never mind.
Okay, Rain, is that your turn?
Oh yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, the frog is going to get the fuck out of there because he's terrified of this weird noise he heard.
I tried.
The saga of the frog. Yeah.
Cornelius?
Just hop it around and then go.
Now it's time for me to do something stupid. I'm
Oh,
going
God.
to try to reduce the giant. Actually, wait, hang on. Is that because last time? No, it's a creature. She does count as a creature, doesn't she?
Yes.
Everything alive counts as a creature.
Good.
What happens if it's undead?
Well, undead is a kind of life.
Undead counts as a creature.
It's a kind of life.
It's a poor life choice.
So yeah, what am I looking at here?
We're
Let's see.
She could do a Constitution saving throw to see if anything happens. Because
Okay.
I'm assuming she's unwilling
Oh yeah,
against my DC.
she makes it. It was a good play, but she makes
Damn
it.
Well, as a bonus action, I'm just gonna roll another meteor right here.
How many of those do you have?
6,
Okay.
and this is the 4th. Oh,
Again, she takes it. And she's finally starting to look a little bit worse for wear.
Yeah, I kind of chose the meteors because it's a really nice little damage spell that you can keep shooting
Yeah.
for a couple of turns.
Plus, you've usually not got a lot for your bonus action.
Right, that's all for me.
Castalia.
I tried with the frog.
I mean, it worked with the frog. He's getting the fuck out of here. You watched Mulgurn be smashed into the ground repeatedly by a tree trunk.
And get back up. That's the important bit.
Sort of.
He did get back up.
He got back up. I mean, as a dwarf, it's hard to tell sometimes, but he got back up.
Alright.
Oh, is the whip a ranged weapon to a certain degree?
It is. It does
has
have reach.
But so does she.
Big arms. Big, flabby buffalo wing arms. I don't know what they call it. Bingo wing, that's what they call it.
So I'm going to move here to get within reach. I'm going to do something I should have, but I haven't yet. I use my Hexblade Curse. Look at that. I actually have that.
Okay, you curse her. As you reach out, there is this thin wisp. Cornelius, you take special note of this. There's a thin wisp of dark energy flowing out from her fingertips as she reaches out, and it just sort of swirls around the hill giant and then seems to disappear.
Alright, let me just, I have to add to my damage roll. There we go. And, I got flanking for advantage, right?
You have no flanking right now.
Alright,
You have to be opposite sides.
Great.
That is a hit, though.
It's not a crit. That's fine. Wait, did I get the wrong?
No.
No, oh, okay, I know what I did.
Yeah, it was a 12. You just have a lot of modifiers at work here.
Yeah, I added to the wrong.
Yeah.
There we go.
Still, with removing the
see.
3 there, that's still a good hit.
Yeah. But then it's plus 3 to the damage.
Alright. And that second one also hits easily. Actually, no, if you... Let's see, if you take a free, yeah, you meet her AC. Okay. So that is 16, 19, and another 18. 37 total. But Lash hurt. It hurt. She definitely did not like that. She did not like she didn't like the dark energy around her. She didn't like any of this at all.
Well,
So,
my
man,
turn's over.
Etten continues to sleep. There's now a pool of drool beside Castalia's foot, but because she's always soggy, thanks to the whip, she doesn't notice. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang is going to draw on his ancient knowledge. This is important. And bite for the right nerve in the ankle that would put the giant to sleep.
Alright, Nick.
Oh!
Well, you psyched yourself up enough for a crit.
Wow, Pup got a good roll.
Mm-hmm. Actually, since she's raging, she has advantage on... no, it's on a... It's only on checks. I think? She falls, but then...
The Wonder Pup.
Do you have anything else?
No, that's about it.
And so she gets back up again.
You're never gonna keep her down.
She's gonna turn around and look at the dog.
Oh, no.
Turnabout's fair play, motherfucker!
Oh, damn it. Oh!
No.
It's okay,
Oh,
it's only half
no.
damage.
It's
Don't think
only
that
half.
helps,
So instead of 30, it's only 15.
Yeah, that's, there we go. That's a bit more accurate. As she just turns around and with a backswing just sends the wolf whimpering and flying off into the air to scrape along the road. Then she turns her attention to the beardy. But she's confused for a moment. She mistakes which beardy she was hitting before. She goes for Skinny Beardy. Does a 15 hit?
No, it doesn't.
How about a 17?
Yes, it does.
Can I impose disadvantage?
You can. So that does not hit. As she just swings and then clouts. And Mulgurn, it feels like your arm almost came out of this. Actually, no, you can't. You're not 5 feet beside him. You have to be beside Siegfried.
that-
Yeah.
I have to be beside Siegfried, not the monster.
So that's 12 bludgeoning
Well-
damage crumpling through Siegfried's leather armor and his
It's
human
only
body.
6 because I use uncanny dodge.
Still hurts. Siegfried.
Well, I'm going to move over to about here. Will that get me advantage for flanking?
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize the mute button was working there. You can only get flanking with Mulgurn there.
What about Castalia? She's technically in
She's
melee
not in
range.
5-foot radius.
Okay, so I'd need to move up 1.
Yeah. 2. Yeah.
And I go for the multiple pummels to the head again, if I can read.
Yep.
And I'm going, why don't you sleep?
I mean, she's getting closer, but she's also getting angrier. Zarzul. You watched your friend and compatriot get some sweet air. It was pretty graceful for a moment before he landed.
Oh well, another spell slot gone.
You don't need all your spell slots, right?
I'll have to send Drumrusher what the art I'm using for her.
I was gonna say, I was wondering where all this is coming from. It just keeps adding to it. God, he
The
works
pup is somewhat alive. See,
Zazul's going to step forward,
I'll send this one through Discord.
reapply Bone Dagger of Sleeping.
Oh, goody! Now I can use that token in my game.
It's Wild West. I
Large,
mean, it would work.
angry Indian shaman.
Yep, that's a hit.
I'm guessing if it
Bertha, she escaped from the freak show. I want her back.
15's not good enough.
Yeah, I said 15's a hit. By now, you've realized her AC is only 13. She's big, she's
Okay.
not very armored. It's all flab and muscle. A surprisingly amount of muscle.
10 get us closer to sleep, I guess.
I mean, it got her closer, not by much.
Oops.
What are you gonna do? You gonna move?
No. I tried that last time.
Mulgurn?
I take it I can attempt the sleepy maneuver.
I mean, you can declare non-lethal.
Hell no!
I'm saying you can.
Yeah, I can. Not going to.
You think you may have actually lost half an inch in height from this.
No, it's an half inch. I'm not getting back.
Does mean your beard is longer though.
It's almost touching the floor. You're almost a real dwarf.
I'm a real dwarf.
I'm a real boy.
I wouldn't go that far.
Those both hits. She took the damage. It's getting closer.
Yeah.
She's
And,
feeling a bit woozy, but she's also feeling unbridled hatred.
Just like every other woman I've known.
Well, actually, in her case, it is bridal hatred. The ceremony was wonderful.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at. I have confidence in my ability to stay standing and/or on this earth.
Okay. Rain.
I wonder how their kids are doing back home.
I'm having way less assurance that people are going to be standing upright.
Coward.
Yeah, just wait until the
two,
triplets get here.
You're yellow.
I'm gonna be doing one of them there.
Oh, good. Now I've got everyone else doing it. One of them there posse things.
So I want to heal the dwarf. I want to hear the wolf. I want to.
It doesn't count for her. She can use. She can throw a lasso.
Siegfried. Does Zarzul get hit?
Zazzle got hit.
Zarzul.
I was gonna say, I think we're all.
And in the event Castalia got hit, Castalia too.
Yeah, everyone
I
who's
got
not
hit.
in the top left got hit.
Yeah, you.
Everyone who's not cowering behind
Oh,
each
how
other
many-
got hit.
Wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 5. Okay. Is it 5 or 6 on my spell? Let me figure that out. I forgot for a second. Because if not, then also that's one. If it's 6, I'm going on me. But
Okay. Also going to do the frog's turn right now. He is no longer.
Carry on, Frog.
yes, I am included.
Frog is surprisingly no longer scared.
Well, the voice went away.
Yep. Also, frogs are kind of opportunistic.
I know it.
It happened before, it'll happen again. Where did I put the frog then? Was it Lurkers of the Swamp?
Well, at least
Oh yeah,
I
here we go.
healed. I healed him before that became a problem.
I mean,
How much did we
It
get
just
healed?
became a problem.
6?
he's a big frog.
Oh,
That's a hit, I believe, because Wolfgang's still on the ground.
Yeah.
6 piercing, 1 poison, he's now grappled. As he's just sitting in the giant toad's mouth. The feet are sticking out, the tail is not wagging.
It's just down.
Anything else with your main action, Rain?
Nope, I'm good chilling there.
Coward.
Yeah, see, Rumrush has a good point there. You could heal Viet and then he could convince her.
No.
Cornelius.
Yes, I'm gonna cast sleep on the giant.
Nom. Alright, roll your dice.
Yeah. Hang on, let me see how many was it.
Now I wonder how much HP... And don't forget to draw your area.
Yeah,
And we all go to sleep except for the giant. With my dying breath, I curse Cornelius.
That's pretty
Oh,
standard, ain't it?
actually, I think I'm gonna cast it at a 2nd level because I get another 2d8. So I'm gonna cast 78 worth of sleep just to make sure on her.
Oh, come on, take a risk.
I did that last time, remember?
Hey, it almost worked.
29.
29. Siegfried, give me a deck save. As her eyes slowly close down, you manage to get out of the way as she just falls to the ground with a thunderous crash. Malgern, you have never wanted to see this angle of a female giant. There is an echo.
That's
There is just this horrible valley of these 2 gigantic thunderous thighs. No, it's just the thighs, that's all. She's covered. It's just a horrible angle.
Do I ask if anybody else got slipped at the same time?
He was able to cast it in there, but it didn't affect you guys. Unless, for comedy points. There's still some points
That's
sitting
not
there.
like throwing dynamite. Excellent.
I tried to cast it as so it only was the giant.
Yeah.
Because there's a kind of a frog over there, and I kind of need meat shields in the way now. Also, I'm gonna throw one of my minute meteors at the frog.
Do those have area effect?
Yeah,
They do.
How big?
5 feet. So kind of like
Radius
my
or
flaming
diameter?
Considering Wolfgang is in its mouth.
Spear. I'll hit it in the behind so it only hits the rear.
No.
But yeah, Malgern's just staring down the valley of the thighs right now. Everything's still jiggling. Does not save, takes the 9 damage. I'll say that, yeah, Wolfgang's okay. It just scorched the back of it. Its top's a little bit and shifts. Anything else?
Poor Wolfgang.
Is that you, Cornelius?
No. Yeah, that's it. My turn.
All right,
Also, I'm gonna
Castalia.
start looking at the. I'm gonna start looking at Droop, scowling a bit that he's not doing anything.
Droop, avoid your gaze. He's found a very interesting pebble. It might be one of his new sharp stones.
Alright, I'm going to move closer to the frog. And let me just adjust. No, I don't. I can adjust in just a second. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast him twice. Hey, we tried to cook a frog before. This one's just presenting itself. This is breakfast and dinner.
Zarzul won't have to go hunting. Easy hit.
Frog legs, delicacy.
So is that one. Let's see, yeah, 18 altogether. It is a thoroughly beaten and bloodied frog. Anything else?
Nope.
Etten's still asleep. Wolfgang, this is a horrible place to be. Everything's wet and nasty. It's like whenever you tried to sleep beside Castalia one night.
Wolfgang is probably going to make a strength save at this point. Would that be right?
Yep. It'll be, yeah. Good roll on him. Yep, he manages to wriggle free. That was his action, though.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, basically glare at the big thing and try and intimidate it away.
You could
That'd
try
be
and
an
run.
action, though. Never mind. Was that?
You could try and run.
No.
She is still sleeping for now.
Can we just kill it?
Siegfried. It's gonna run up to the frog. Skiting around the boulder that caused all this in the first place. The poor Ettenvit just wanted to make a deal. He was just gonna eat a couple of you and leave the rest alone. And you just skewer the frog right through the eye and out the other. It settles down.
And I shout back at everybody, get on the cart and let's get moving now.
Why don't we get rid of them?
Move
They're
because
just going to kill us on the way back.
we have 50 seconds before she wakes up. Get in the cart, lady.
I climb in and I point out, well, too bad.
44.
Get the horses moving.
I grab the reins and they start moving.
You're gonna start. And so
Sorry.
brave Sir Robin gallantly ran away. What are you guys doing? Come on, time's ticking.
I'm
Yeah, I said I
booking
crawled
it.
in.
Everyone's
Has
booking
the
it.
frog been thoroughly shanked?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we,
Yeah, the
we're
frog
out
is
of
dead.
initiative. We're out of
Yeah,
initiative.
the frog croaked.
All right, then
He's
I'm running back to the horse, and we're getting out of here.
It's all about timing.
We're gonna leave the 2 sleeping giants and the dead frog. So there's their dinner, and none of us got eaten.
Well, if you hurry, you can throw it on board, but you have 30 seconds.
Droop realizes that he should be helping.
Oh no.
No.
No, definitely
this.
fucking not. He's not stupid.
Not like this.
And so you ride on, leaving the boulder, the ambush, the 2 giants who are manning this stretch of road. As you travel for another 5 minutes or so, you then hear, "Oh, my darling, they hurt you so bad." And a lot of very large sobbing. But hey, she doesn't seem to be
See, we
angry.
should have just put him out. We should have just put him out of his misery.
Oh no, that was the female.
We left him a frog.
Oh.
He is out
we
for
left him a frog
hours.
for dinner.
Do we have this trail marked on the map?
It's the one road. There are now and again you guys have been spotting ways that go like down south and all, but they've always just stretched on for a long time. It's not your destination. And so you trundle onwards, heroically not killing the ambushers, except for the frog. The confused animal, while the evil giants remain. But as you trundle along, things settle down. You get a chance to catch your breath, unwind a little bit. Realize that she's not
Can we
following
look
you.
for an open area to take a short rest in?
If you want to, you can even cut back in the back of the carriage. It's a little cramped though, so about only 2 or 3 of you could. So if you want to look for somewhere, give me an investigation. Yeah, easy enough. You spot a few choice locations. Just some nice little simple open to the road, but then you're thinking maybe I want to go a little bit deeper into the forest, but then maybe I don't because spiders. You can see there are some sort of mountainous cut-ins, a few crescent shapes. There's a nice little side-on area that looks like it's been used by travelers on the right. There is the remains, well, you can sort of spot there's remains of where old tents used to be set up. And also further ahead, about another, it looks like it'll be another 20 minutes or so, you can see a bit of land that has risen out and is slightly bobbing along the tree line.
As in the land's moving?
It seems to be moving, but very slightly.
Can we head to where the old campsite was just to have a quick short rest to get some health points back would be nice.
That would lead us back past the giants.
No, you're going straight forward here.
Oh, okay.
I mean on your left and your right, as in the left is all mountainous area and the right is mainly forested area that's untouched. Behind you is the giants, and so far there doesn't seem to be any boulders flying at you. You got a good hour away from them. But yeah, as you settle down, you can see there's still a few little marks disrupting the grass coverage, and some bits have been worn down by people pacing and pathing. Yeah, this seems like a decent little spot to camp. And you're able to make out with that roll. There is the trickle of water somewhere in the distance to the south. But yeah, easy place to bivouac down.
Well,
Take a
I'm going
short
to
rest
expend,
here.
3 hit dice? Oh, yeah, probably 3.
It's up to you. Remember, you can spend as many hit dice as you want, but you only get half back on a successful long rest.
I don't even have to use a hit dice.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side, you didn't leave any orphans to come back as chosen heroes. So you got an hour together as you lick your wounds and settle down. Any chatter in the camp?
I'm gonna be grumbling that we didn't kill the effing morons.
Suicide's never an option.
It wasn't suicide. We killed the husband.
No, we
could've
didn't.
killed it. We could have.
Well, now they're gonna wake up and they're gonna have a nice frog date.
Yeah, and then they're gonna kill some humans. Maybe they'll even kill a dwarf. She likes dwarfs. As I look at the door.
For a moment you glance at Siegfried, then you realize, no, Malgern. It's complicated when they're sitting down.
Mark.
Has the beard got any longer?
No, it's still sitting at free foot.
Say, Siegfried, have you done something with your beard lately?
Beard? I don't have a beard.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why don't you look at it?
Droop, could you kind of show Secret that he has a beard?
Doesn't one of you guys have a mirror?
Makes you look old.
Oh.
No, we have the makeup mirror.
Oh, yes, we do.
Someone does.
Somewhere in the cart. Look through the junk drawer.
But yeah, he rifles around, finds a little silver hand mirror, and presents it to Siegfried. Siegfried, that's a hell of a beard.
Okay, I have a beard. This is wrong.
As Drew backs up, you get to see that you have...
done like this.
As Drew
So
backs up,
I-
he lets you see how much beard you've got. As you sit there on the log beside Malgern, you're just narrow. That's about the big difference between the two of you right now.
Okay, seeing as I have got the curly moustache, I make the beard do the curls as well.
As you take hold of a mirror and try to focus on it so it'll do you up, you almost feel a little bit of static in the handle, as if it is struggling. You may have asked too much. But some of it does curl out at the top. You don't manage to get to the tips.
Zazul is going to examine the back of his hand.
Yeah.
Check out these white scales that have turned.
As you look closely, you can see there's just like 3 or 4 little scales that are whitened. You yourself are like a brown, greeny sort of modelly. And yeah, just this little patch. They're shiny at least.
Do they still have feeling?
It's hard to tell because your finger's actually overlapping around them, but it does feel a little bit numb.
Uh-oh.
Something the matter?
I may have contracted necromancy.
What?
Yeah.
We
what?
don't teach enough classes in Wizard School to stop people going into necromancy.
Well, we're aware of that, but what?
I show Rain the back of my hand.
Oh! You take 4 points of damage.
Ha!
That's a
We ought
joke.
to do something about that. That's not so good.
I mean, as far as you can tell, it's just discoloration.
I wonder. Can I have the aging mirror for a moment?
Sure. I think it's in the cart somewhere.
I go and take it and then I kind of hold it up to see Sarsul how he would look if he was aging.
He looks sort of... There's a moment where you think almost dignified, almost regal in a way. It's obviously an illusion, but you can see that he's got the very pronounced brow ridges, the scales have thickened a bit around the chin area. There's a bit of almost like a scaled beard. Just a few little spikes building up around the chin.
Is he gray or white?
Just looks like Zarzul, but I mean, he's a bit paler. But not by much. He just looks like he's a sort of lighter green.
Okay, so not the same kind of white and pale as the scales in his hand.
Oh, no. These could almost pass for silver.
Odd.
So if I wonder, if you cast, do you have any heal spells for yourself left?
The healer who refuses to heal.
No, I've healed. I did a very big heal.
Can you heal yourself? Don't look at my spell list. Look at yours. Can you heal?
Well, I want to keep mine because this is a short rest and I won't get them back.
And he will?
Anyway.
I'm down to 2 casts at this point. Never mind.
Well, I want to see what happens if we try to heal it.
I'm going to actually do the ritual for detect magic and see if magic's involved in these two. A couple of.
What are you focusing on?
The scales on the back of my hand, whether they've got any magic residue is such.
They don't come up as anything magical. Your hand does not glow. Not with victory, not with an awesome power.
Ah, well. We'll just leave it for now.
But you do hear a proud
don't see
roar. Up in the northeast. A lot louder.
Oh, is this the roar that we've been hearing all over the place?
Yes. Also, it's quickly followed by the one that sends a shiver down your spine, right to the tip of the tail.
Well, fuck. It's been nice knowing y'all.
Don't lie.
Is it in Draconic?
It's not any kind of words. It does sound familiar, though. It just sounds like something in the core of you thinks, no, that's not good.
Do I recognize it at all?
It does feel familiar. Doesn't feel like something you've personally experienced, but familiar.
Okay, let's get the move on again, guys.
How about the rest of you?
Yeah.
Well, assuming we all ate, yep, time to go.
Yeah.
I'll have you know I am an excellent healer. I just healed 6 people at once. Thank you very much.
For 6.
Uh,
So you're gonna
Better
head
than
back on the
0.
road again?
Mhm.
Yep, we'll get moving.
Alright, as you trundle along, you start to get closer, and you can see now that that bit of land you can see bobbing at the treetops. Yeah, you can see the rest of it now. There's just sheer stone, a bit of hanging ivy. It's a chunk of ground, but you can still see the hole where it came from. It's just floating there. Now, some of you aren't tourists to the Sore Coast or anything like that there, but no, these are known as floating moats. M-O-T-E-S. They're not common, but they are somewhat known. Some are theorized to hang eternally, some temporarily. And as you get up closer, you can see that there's actually a shine of metal in the crater.
Does it look like a new crater, old crater, or just not?
It seems like it's old, but nothing's really overgrown it. It's still bare stone. And as you're looking, see, as you sit there for a bit, let's see. Yeah, as it stands. You can't see as you get closer, but since it's already getting close to noon, the moat is dipping a little bit. It takes a moment to adjust your eyes and make sure, but then you've got, trees and branches and bushes to compare with, and it seems to have dropped about an inch.
So this metal in the crater, are we just talking that the underneath it's just a metal plate, or
Well, it's pretty deep and far away. Like, are you focusing on it? Are you perceiving it?
yeah?
Well, roll me perception then.
Can't see squat.
No, you can see. It's definitely, as the light catches it, you can see a lot of gold. You can't make out an exact value or anything, but it looks like there's a mass of coins. In a sort of thickly laid divot. Right at the very bottom of a crater.
Nope, not doing it.
Don't let the healer know.
You
How about
all
the
see the
dwarf?
gold. This is your guy's turn to speak.
Well, this kind of looks like an obvious trap.
Probably.
Have we reached our quota for today of traps to walk into? Or we still got 1 or 2 to go?
Ooh.
I think we're done with that. Let's just keep going round.
Are you sure that's not worth investigating?
Okay, I sit down again, draw out the magic circle, and look at the just cast the runes and look at the thing and see if there's magic down there.
It's further than the range of that spell. It's only, what, 30 feet?
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of scrabbling down. It's quite a large crater.
It's probably soaked with magic anyway from the rocks floating.
But yeah, what you can tell is you're not picking up any sign of magic from where you're standing.
I lead the horses onward.
How about the rest of you?
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm not going down there.
I mean, you never even thought of going up either. It's a floating island, man.
If it's floating, how would we get up there? It's too much effort.
And so, the pacifist, lazy adventurers continue down the road.
Adventurers that have just been fighting two giants. We're
Yeah,
fighting.
you left out the part where we're still alive,
Yeah, I don't see any giants here, do you?
Boring.
living adventurers.
Let's put it this way: the DM might have been hoping to be actually say the fateful words, "Rocks fall, everybody die."
That is actually pretty true.
I
This
mean, you
was a
saw
giant
how
rock.
fast it was moving. It just seemed to drop an inch.
That means the magic might be weakening. Who knows how quickly it might fail?
Pansies.
You're certainly welcome to go there and check.
Well, will anybody let me borrow their rope?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, I'll go check it out then. So, how on earth would I even get up to it?
Very carefully.
That's you guys
I thought it was
to
down.
solve.
Is there any place where if I tied like a
I mean,
circle?
I could use spider climb on you. I could cast spider climb on you, and we could somehow throw you up there. You could latch on, I guess.
I'm down.
Yeah, as it is, the island itself is floating about. Yeah, actually, from where it is, it's on level with the very top of the crater. The final spike of the island. So you'd probably got about 20, 30 feet to close.
Didn't we have a floating disc?
Yeah.
Would the
For
floating
me.
disc help?
It's gonna ask a question.
Ask.
It's a question you don't ask.
Hold my beer?
No.
That's a good one. I want to hear that one.
First, you gotta get us into a tavern again.
Is it time to get stupid?
It's always time.
Pretty probably. Because it's important to remember the disc has a weight.
Well, no, I had Malgern and Siegfried sitting on it.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
So-
it'll be able to carry me, no problem.
The bigger problem is it only follows Siegfried. At a set height.
No, it always follows me.
Or Cornelius, yeah. At a set height.
The other
yeah,
issue is, isn't it a concentration spell, so we can only have one active?
Wait, how high up is the rock? It's about 30 foot.
It's about 30 foot in distance to get to any of the island because it's it's coming down a point.
10's floating disc is not a concentration spell.
The island itself is about 60 foot tall from where you are.
Well, if we do the spider climb thing, and we pull the cart up underneath the rock, the pointy bit, could I jump up? And reach it.
Well,
Okay.
she's talking the plan over with you guys.
I look at Malgern. I look at his boots.
Oh!
Do you want to make a jump up?
What are you proposing now?
You jump up there.
How high is it?
To get
30
to any of the stone, about 30 feet.
I mean, I guess I can jump that. Or what is it? Can I really just spring, or?
I mean, we're not in combat, so yeah, you can just sort of dash it up.
You can spring up. I remember the thing mentioning you can spring up.
Can cast spider climb on you so you can grab on easier.
Yeah. What would that be? Acrobatics?
Yeah, I'm gonna make that acrobatics because you're sailing mostly through the air.
How high does your boots allow you to get?
Yeah. What is the? Do you have the sheet on the boots, Corvus?
I mean, it's more about distance. You're not gonna be able to jump up 30 feet.
Yes, that's the thing. Is,
But
yeah,
as I'm
that's like,
saying, the very tip of the floating island is in the middle of the crater there. 30 feet away. And it's level with the ground level. So you could leap.
Oh, I thought it was straight up.
No, it's 60 straight up.
Okay. See, I'm trying to get a. I'm.
Yeah, it's tricky
obviously
dimensions thing.
confused as-
In which case, the dwarf could jump over.
So it's 30 in a straight line, but it's also 30 straight down if you miss.
Ah. So don't miss. Is what you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, just where the spider climb comes.
No, what am I talking about?
Just-
It's 60 straight down. I do apologize. No, it's 30 in a straight line. But then also sort of curved, yeah. And then 60 at the bottom of the crater. And the island itself is 60 high. Welcome to math, children.
Yeah. Fuck this. So if I miss, that could suck. I don't know if I want
If
to
you
do this.
miss, then you're going to be underneath the thing, both broken legs.
It's only 60
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, you can do it, dwarf.
Oh god damn it!
Look at the bright side. You'll
Current
land in a
strength
pile of gold.
modifier?
What's up? What's my
What's your current strength modifier?
strength mod is a 5.
Okay.
You'll be dashing anyway. It's all in the acrobatics though, because you're aiming for the narrowest point.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You can do it, pansy.
Yeah, I can cast jump on you as well, which increases your jump by 3 times.
So we're just gonna keep trying to talk me into this. That's the plan.
I think it's a pretty good plan.
Page 183, falling.
Shut up.
What to do in case of a
said yes.
failure against gravity's pull.
I haven't said yes yet.
Yeah, you have.
I was about to say, what are you? Are you a dwarf or a mouse? I thought dwarfs are supposed to be brave.
Well,
There's
apparently,
brave and then there's foolish.
according
That's not
to
foolish.
Rum Russia, he's part mouse now, so both, I
Flap
guess.
those ears. Get the magic feather. No, see, it's only 1d6 bludgeoning for every 10 feet. So, you're fine.
You
Yeah.
what? 80 feet?
60, that's all. There is a diagram.
It's not even that deep.
I don't know who drew it, but there's a diagram.
And besides, if you die, we'll just bring you back.
And I'm doing this for what again? Because I've kind of lost sight of the prize here.
Use of replicas.
You're doing it because.
Hang on, is the gold at the bottom of this pit rather
Yeah.
than on top of the...
It's in the
Why are
bottom,
we
you can see
climbing
it.
up on the island if the gold's on the pit? Is in the pit.
Yeah. That. What?
Well, because there's probably something on top of it, too.
Now I'm even more confused.
So first we check out what's on top to make sure it won't fall down.
But wouldn't added weight cause it to go down?
Maybe not necessarily, not much. Unless you want to go straight down in there and then we pull you back up.
Still not liking this plan.
We could do some magic shenanigans.
Well, they're already talking about magic shenanigans.
I thought the gold was in the bottom of the pit.
It is.
Yes.
Then why am I trying to jump on the island?
So we can see what's in there.
What the? It doesn't make any sense.
At this point, I'm just gonna go down there. I had enough.
And this is what Rain wanted.
Exactly.
All right.
Uh,
Give me a deck save as you're sliding down.
No, I use spider climb on
Using
myself.
spider
I'm just
climb, okay,
climbing
you
down.
just
Yeah.
gracefully walk down. It's pretty damn steep. And yeah, it's 60 feet down. But with a spider climb, it's no problem at all. As you get to the massive gold, it's all separate coins at one point, but it's now just one big mashed lump. They have been pressed firmly into each other as one big mass. But you can make out some patterns and some of the faces and all on them. Quite a few different eras representing, a few different regions too.
I'm not sure I want to touch this.
All of you up there at the crater, you notice the island has dipped one more inch.
I would grab them and get out.
I would leave them and get out.
How big is this lump?
Phew. It's probably a good sort of like 5 foot radius of
Yeah,
pressed
I'm
gold.
not just gonna grab this.
It's a little heavy, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a little heavy.
Just a little on the impossible to lift side for one dude who doesn't work out.
You know, it might be like a wishing well. People just throw coins in there to get good luck.
You don't have anything to levitate?
I only have 10 floating disc. I don't know if I can summon it underneath.
It's worth a shot.
There you go, the skinny dwarf got it! As you look up, you see there's another beard dangling there. But way up on the island itself is this old wizened man looking down at you all. Big smile on his face.
Oh.
That's why I told you we should have gone on the island first.
That's the first time I've heard people just wanting to fucking steal it. People come back and forth, they chuck a coin in, gives them good luck.
Well, hello there.
Oh, sorry,
Is this
hello.
perhaps- Is this perhaps
Wow, for once
yours?
it wasn't Zarzul.
No, this is just part of a great wide world, son.
Does it have a name?
Maybe, I never asked it. Tree up here's called Bob, though.
And I take it you've been up there a while.
Oh, yeah, I come up here every now and again just to keep an eye on things. Beautiful view.
I start walking up again because I'm not gonna slowly wait for this to dip down on me.
Oh, hey, that's a fancy trick there. I use that spell myself sometimes.
Well, I would imagine if you're living up there.
Oh, no, I just do the old into a bird thing.
Are you perhaps someone of a druidic arts?
Oh, yeah, I love a good bit of nature. I like to keep things nice and safe.
Ah, yeah, yes. I start walking back towards the cart. I will have nothing to do with the druid.
I'm pretty sure it's a wizard.
He just said he was a druid.
I mean, he said he was.
I take one of my gold coins and just throw it down in the bottom of the pit.
There you go. Stick with tradition. You don't really need all that metal clinging to you anyway. What's it gonna do? Buy you some goods and services? You could do a lot yourself.
Well, that and there's no real practical way for us to turn that back into everything but coins.
Hey. Can you hear me out here? We have the coin.
You want to throw the coin down there?
Maybe.
We don't exactly know what it does, but we do know it's magical.
And if it doesn't work, we'll just have Cornelius go down and get it again.
Nope.
A better question
I'm
is,
not
what
your
happens
errand
if a
boy.
magical item gets destroyed?
I mean, it's very tough to do, but you've already seen some results of what happens when a magical item is destroyed.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone looks at the elf.
After looking at
So,
after looking at
putting
the
a
sky,
magical
apparently.
coin at the bottom of a pit that's going to get squashed does not sound like a good idea.
I mean, maybe it survives. Maybe stone's incredibly brittle.
I call up to the man up top. Have you seen what's been... Yeah, possibly.
Hi there, little kobold friend.
Hello, friend. Have you seen
Hello,
what's been
friend.
causing these... Hello, friend.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend.
Hello. Have you seen what's been causing great roars around this area?
Hello, friend. Oh, yes. Oh, that'll be that big chimera. Yeah, it moved in about, about a month and a half. You folks know what one of them is, yeah?
Yeah,
Do you?
it's in the textbooks. Chimeras aren't exactly rare.
Zarzul does. You know that they are a huge lion beast. You don't know what a lion is, but you assume it's one of those, with the bits cut off. It is winged. It also has the head of a goat and the head of a dragon.
I thought that they were head of snake.
Yeah, and the D&D
No,
ones
the
are
snake's
different.
a tail, isn't it?
Nah, the D&D ones are different. They don't have a tail. Well, an animal tail.
Alright.
They are great and powerful creatures. They are also inherit all the worst traits of respective animals. The pride of a red dragon will make it fight to the death. The lion will make it prideful and want to crush the strongest it can. And the goat makes it a complete fucking asshole. Because that's a goat.
At least it's not a
Okay.
goose.
I call up. Which direction is it currently residing?
Oh. Hang on! See him scrabble away for a moment out of sight. Appears again, beard first. That'll be, up northeast.
Thank you.
By the trees.
Okay. We're heading east, aren't we?
You have been heading east this whole time.
What's to the south again?
To the south is, as far as you can tell, a lot of uninterrupted woodland. You've seen a few roads going that way, but, I mean, that's not where Raxis is.
Yes. Well, thank you for the information, dear kind sir. Shall we get going now?
Yes.
Why not?
Oh, well, goodbye, friends.
Goodbye.
He just sort of scrabbles back and out of sight.
Oh dear.
What the
Shall we-
fuck just happened?
Our cleric got hungry for gold.
And so you start to trundle along again, questioning each other. Quite deeply, in fact. And as you roll along, there's a moment where you're all sort of tensed up.
On this.
Because, hey, he said wings. Wings isn't good.
Oh.
But you turn to the skies, you keep an eye around. In fact, who is keeping an eye around? Allow two people.
I
Ah.
am.
I will be.
I would say Zazzle, but he can only see 60 feet, so that wouldn't help.
Yep. The both of you... Siegfried is spending a bit of time glancing now and again at Rain. Unsure. Also at the mirror, because that's a lot of beard he's got now. It's just a lot of beard. I mean, if you're going to be climbing around ceilings and all, that's going to catch on a lot of stuff, potentially. For the next few hours, though, it seems to pass without incident. There is still that tenseness in the air. I mean, hey, you know what it is now. Bad side, you know what it is now. As the night slowly darkens.
Zaz,
Hmm?
yeah, Zazzle's, well, with trundling along, was going to pray to his god about his hand and on asking for guidance on this.
Okay. Roll me a religion. Well, you say your prayers. Isn't that a good thing?
Yep. I've said my prayers.
And as it slowly starts to get a bit darker, just a nice sort of orange sunset, you do notice another clearing. This one on the left, attached to the foot of a very large, sort of sheer mountain. The front of it just kind of in a straight line. And as you pull up, you notice there's 2 other wagons here. One's been burnt out and the other is just in pieces. And in the middle, you can see that there's a man just sitting there, trying to start a small campfire. And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Damn it, I was almost getting ready to do another hello, friend.
Yep, you have to wait a week for that now. This is how I punish you.
Next time.
Next
on
time.
Dungeons and Dragons.
On
Hello,
Rescue
friend.
Someone.
Bloody door.
Oh, I see. We're going with a montage. But yes. We'll be back next week. We'll probably open with, "Hello, new friend."
Or that fucking dwarf.
We haven't done that for a while, actually. It hasn't come up much.
Yeah. I'd like to think
I mean,
that joke
today it
was
was almost that fuck dwarf.
that would have been good.
Oh no.
Or the dwarf from down under.
More mighty Rumrusher art. Yep. A nice man.
Yep. Accurate, I'm sure.
Pretty accurate, actually. And you'll never know what was on top of that floating island.
I said we should have gone up.
I know, but no one else did. Even though they worked out the math for it. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Next week, potentially more exciting things. Potentially. So yeah, cheers everyone for showing up. We'll be back next week here. And also, tomorrow and whatnot, things might get a bit epic.
Yes. I think I get at 6:30, so I'll be around about 7:30.
Yep. And now I click the
my
button to
time.
end the stream. Also, thanks a bunch, Rumrusher, for all your artwork. That's stunning stuff.
Yes. Now.
Indeed, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
a whole extra level. But yeah,
Yep.
cheerio, guys.